Hang it out, buddy. Hang it out. I got you.
Good.
Yes.
Are we ready? What time you got?
10:59. By the time you get started, we're going. I'll record it.
You put you on
I don't
speakerphone.
need the PA, do I?
Completely up to you, but I wouldn't think so.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started here in about 30 seconds. If you have not registered yet, you want to get a buyer's number, please come up and get signed up, and we will get started here very, very shortly.
All right, we're good.
Okay, let me have your attention, please. Thank you for coming today. I'm Joe Wilson, Wilson Auctioneers Incorporated. Doug Westgate, the license agent for this auction. I know several of you have talked to Doug. I hope he took care of you. If he didn't, tell me and I'll take care of him when this thing's over with. No, he does a good job. Spencer Wilson is also going to be working today, and Caitlin is registering you guys. I do want to take a moment to speak to those that are on the web with us. We do appreciate those that are on the internet. I know my son-in-law, who would normally be here with us, who actually runs our company, now found out yesterday afternoon late he's got the flu. And so I said, you're not coming today. I don't want to be around you. So I'm sure he's watching from home. David, I hope you get to feeling better soon. And I think also our seller that owns this property is actually iced in up around Beaver Lake.
Yep.
And he couldn't get here. So we do appreciate the opportunity to work for him as well. And other of you that are watching us today and or potential bidders, we do appreciate you being online with us. That is something for all of you to keep in mind. Anything you see that we're selling and you can't make it back to the auction, don't do it 5 minutes before the auction is supposed to start, but give us a little notice. Go online, register as a bidder, and then you can participate in the auction just as if you're standing on the ground today. Actually, how are we doing the internet portion? Spencer, you do? Okay, yeah. Spencer's will be doing that, or Caitlin. If you see them turn a bid into me, that's someone bidding online, just like same terms you have to meet, same conditions, same contract, the whole work. So do appreciate the opportunity for you guys to be with us as well. Okay, here's what we have today. We have 2 tracts of land. Actually, this building, approximately 7,500 square feet. I'll tell you more about it in a moment. Located at 1008 Sheridan Road right here in Redfield, Arkansas. And then immediately after the sale of this building from this location right here, we'll offer property number 2, which is the 2.27 acre tract of land, which is right here that adjoins this. Also, you can see with the aerial on your information packet that this 2.27 acre tract kind of comes out and takes in a little bit of the parking lot right here in front of the building, but we'll tell you more about it shortly. In terms of the sale today on property 1, this property is $20,000 down as earnest money. We ask you to be prepared to give us a cashier's check for $20,000. That'll be deposited in our real estate escrow account, help there until closing. We can close quickly. We can probably close within 2 or 3 days from today. If you're a cash buyer, you want to close quickly, you've got an idea, something you want to do with this building, we can certainly make that happen. Jefferson Title Company, Kay is here representing them. I assume since you're here, that's who we're going to use to close this. Okay, I didn't ask that, but that makes a lot of sense. But anyway, Kay will take care of you. And we do ask you to be ready, willing, and able to close within 30 days from today. You're buying this as if this is a cash transaction. Now let me explain that to you. That does not mean that you can't go to the bank and finance. You can get your money anywhere you want to. You can sell cows, you can sell stock, you can go to the bank and finance, but what it does mean is you're not buying this subject to financing. So if you know you got to borrow the balance of the money to pay for this, and you're not 100% positive you can do that, you're going to be risking possibly $20,000 earnest money. Trust me, this seller today, nor I, want your earnest money. That's not what we're here for. We're here to sell this property to somebody, and we're going to. It sells regardless of price of the highest bidder. I know a lot of people sometimes don't believe that when we sell $1 million, $2 million, $3 million property, regardless of price of the highest bidder. But when you see one of our ads that says that, that's exactly what that means. We're not a bidder. Our company's not a bidder, and the seller's not a bidder. Everybody else is. So you jump in there, you give what you think you can would like to give for this building, and when you get through bidding, I'm going to say sold, and it's going to have a new owner, and then we'll offer the 2.27 acre tract of land. And when you get through bidding there, I'll say sold, and it'll have a new owner. If you buy both properties, we can put them, obviously since they're owned by the same gentleman, we can put them on one contract. So we'll have one closing instead of two closings, which will save you a little bit of money as far as closing costs are concerned. Speaking of closing costs, you will get title insurance and a warranty deed at closing on both properties. Basically, the only closing cost you, the buyer, is going to have is half the closing fee that Jefferson Title Company charges. You pay half of their fee, the seller pays half. The seller provides all the title insurance. You'll pay to record your deed, and I think you'll pay half the documentary stamp, which is $1.65 a thousand, correct? Okay. So basically that's it as far as closing costs to you. The rest of the closing costs will be paid by the seller. And again, don't forget the 10% buyer's premium. It simply means whatever you bid, you add 10% to that amount. That's what you pay. You bid $100,000, you're paying $110,000. You bid $300,000, you're paying $330,000. So bid accordingly. Add 10% to it. That's what the contract will be written for. Balance due at closing within 30 days. Obviously, you're buying as is, where is, like you always buy. We are guaranteeing you'll get a good, free and clear, marketable title today. That's what we're guaranteeing you. But again, you can see the power's on. This was a Dollar General store until they moved out, bought this property next door. Other than maybe having the central heat and air unit service because it has been off for a while. But again, you're buying as is, where is. If you buy this building, one of the units is bad, you bought it with a bad unit. We have no knowledge of anything being bad. If I did, I'd tell you. The air conditioner's bad or whatever. I don't have any knowledge of that, but again, you need to understand you're buying as is, where is today, kind of like you took your husband or wife, for better or worse. And hope it's for better. All right, any questions, anybody, on either one of these two properties? $20,000 down here, $10,000 down there. If you buy them both, it'd be $30,000 earnest money. Close it within 30 days, title insurance and warranty deed. As is, where is, 10% buyer's premium, ready to go. Any questions? There was a question asked earlier that I'll go. I think, Doug, you probably relayed that about
since
as far
this
as
is
insurance on this. Insurance is based on a pro rata number based on square footage with the rest of this shopping center, which I guess is the grocery store.
Yes.
And from what I understand, what we've found out, insurance on this portion this last year was like $2,600 and a few dollars. So say $2,700. And then you've got a little bit, they hire a landscape maintenance company to keep the grass mowed and weed eated and driveways blown off. And there's a little bit of cost, again, prorated there, but that's basically what your costs are here. Any questions, anybody? Very good. Let me ask you to do me one more favor. About 36 years ago, I started praying before every auction, and I had missed 1 cent, and I'm not going to miss today. Let me ask you to bow your head. I'm going to pray. We're going to begin. Father, thank you for today. Thank you for this opportunity to be in your beautiful creation. I pray for everybody on the ground today. Give them safety as they leave. I pray for our seller that's in North Arkansas. Just clear the weather up there where he can even get out. But again, just let your will be done in this transaction. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you very much. Now let's have an auction sale, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter on this building. Doesn't matter where it starts. It matters where it stops. And I've got a small opening bid, Doug.
I've got one. What's
Well,
yours? I've got 100.
That's exactly what I have.
Well,
So
you start yours.
I've got $100,000 opening bid, 125 where? $100,000 little bit of bobbity, 125. 125 to get 5, 1 and a quarter. $100,000 little bit of bobbity, 125. 110. $100,000 little bit of bobbity, 110. 110 to get 10, 10, 110,000. 110 a little bit of bobbity, 110. 110 to get 10, 10, 110. 100 now 10. When you get 105, I'll play the game with you folks. Here's how this works. When you're through, I'm through. And I'm going to say so. I'm not going to stand there and beg you to bid for 30 minutes. Right now is your opportunity on a building worth a whole lot more than that. But it is what it is. I've got $100,000. 105,000 where? 100,000 to bid of 105. I've got 100,000. 105. He's out. 105.
Yes.
105. Thank you. Now 10. 110. Thank you. Now 15. 115.
Yes.
Thank you. I've got it ahead of you. Now 20. 115 to 120. 120 now 5. 125 to get 5 to 1 and a quarter. 125 to bid of 125. 125. Thank you. Now 30. 130. Thank you. Now 5. 135 to bid of 135. 135 to get 5 to 135. 135 to bid of 135. Ladies and gentlemen, you do what you want to today, but I'm telling you right now, this may, if this where it's in, this may be the best buy we've sold in a long, long time. Right now is your opportunity.
135, Joe.
135, thank you. 140. 135 to 140. 135, come on, Doc. 135, 140, thank you. Now 5. 145,000. 140 to 145. Another $5,000 may buy it. 145,000. 140, 145 to the middle of 145. 145 to get 5 to 145. 140,000 now 5. 145,000. 140.
Yes.
I've got. You are all together, aren't you? Because you're all were raising your hands. 145, thank you. Now 150, thank you. Now 155. 155 to the middle of 155. 155 to get 5 to 155. 150,000 now 5. 155 to the middle of 155. 155 to get 5. 155, thank you. Now 50 now 5. 165, sir. 165. The bid's back here at 160 now 5. 165 to the middle of 165. 165 to get 5 to 165. 160,000 now 5. 165.
Yes.
165 now 70. Now 175. 170,000 now 5. 175 to the middle of 175 now 80. Now 185. 185, sir. The bid's back here at 180 now 5. 185,000. 185 to get 5 to 185. It's still worth the money. 185, 185,000, 180,000 now 5. 185 to the middle of 185, 185,000 to the middle of 185. I'm going to sell it. 180,000, 185 going once. 180,000, 185 going twice. 185,000 to the middle of 185. Thank you. Now 90. 185, 90 now 5. 195, sir, you're out again. 195, 190,000 now 5. It's only money. 195, 195 in the middle of 195. 195,000. 195 in the middle of 195. 195,000. You're going to wish you had tomorrow. 195 in the middle of 195. 195,000 in the middle of 195. 195 in the middle of $195,000 bill. Are you done? 195, Doug, find out. I'm going to sell it. 195,000 in the middle of 195. 190,000 now 5. 195,000. 195,000 in the middle of 195. Yes or no, Doug? No. Are you done? I've got 190,000 here. Sir, are you done? You're done. Thank you. 190,000, 195. Last call. Anybody else? Then I sold it. 190,000 right here, Doc. That's you number is. Your buyer number. Yeah, it's in your pocket.
Oh.
I'll get it in a minute. He was the first one that registered. We just have to do it for record. That's why I've got to get it.
You do it online.
I think he was the first one that.
Nope. That wouldn't work.
Last name Tice.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
469.
469. Bidder number 469. Thank you. That's good. Okay, bidder 469. Now let's do the 2.27 acre tract. 2.27 acre tract. Again, you see how it lays. Excuse me.
Mr. Wilson,
Yeah.
is that all zone commercial or is it breaking residential halfway back?
Let me ask Doug. I don't know the answer. Do you happen to know the answer to that?
I believe it's all zone commercial.
Is it all zone commercial or just this piece?
I'm not sure. As far as I know, it's not residential back there.
No,
Okay. So we're going to tell you we
I'm not
believe
sure it's
it's
even
zone
restricted at
commercial,
all.
but there are no I'm not guaranteeing that because I don't know that for a fact.
I don't know of any restrictions on it at all. So
Yeah. So there you go on the 2.27 acre. We're not going to sell it by the acre. We're going to sell it by the dollar, total dollar. Start on me down to get for it. 25,000 where it's got to be worth that. 25,000. How much, Doc? Started somewhere. 10,000. 10, thank you. Now 15. 10,000 of it will buy with you 15,000. 12.5. Now 15. 12.5. 15. Now 17.5. Thank you. Now 20. 20. Now 22.5. 20,000 of it will buy with you 22.5. 22.5 and you get 5 you 22.5. 20,000. Now 22.5. 22,000 of it will buy with you 22.5. What do you get? 21,000. 20,000 now 1. 21,000 of it will buy with you 21,000. Thank you. Now 2. Now 3, sir. 23,000. 22 now 3 now 4. 24 now 5. 20,000 of it will buy now 6 now 7. 27,000 of it will buy with you 27. 26 7. 26 7 7 7. 27,000 of it will buy with you 27. 26. When you're through, I'm going to sell it. 26,000 here now 7. 27,000. 26, 27,000 of it will buy with you 27,000. Are you done, sir? Thank you. 26,000, 27,000. Last call. Anybody else? You don't look done. Are you sure you're done?
I give 27.
Thank you. Now, I didn't think you were. Now 8, now 9, 29, now 30, now 1. Now you're done. Sold at $30,000, same way, 469. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. The auction's over. Let me make one more announcement. This afternoon at 3 o'clock, if you're a buyer for a building similar to this,
almost the identical building, but